Thank you for joining the Matt Chat channel. Look, I want to give you a term that 50 years ago everybody was familiar with, and we wouldn't even have to be talking about it right now because it was just what everybody did. But it is not the case today. Here's the term: seasonal eating. All right, seasonal eating. Maybe you've heard that before. What is it? It's where you literally try to make the focus of what you eat, the food you put in your body, revolves around the season that food is grown or produced. Now, it makes sense, doesn't it? Many years ago, longer than 50 years ago, right? But it used to be that people ate more local, naturally grown food. And the way that they did that is they really just purchased food that was in season, that was being grown in season. So strawberries, for instance, or apples have a season. Cherries have a season. Vegetables have a growing season, especially if you're in the Midwest like us. There's a season that starts, that growing season really starts in May, and it's going to go through until fall, early fall. And in the wintertime, you're not going to be out growing vegetables, all right? So you know, people would grow food in their gardens. It used to be they could store certain of those in a root cellar and keep it nice and cool. They didn't used to have freezers. I know that's a shocker, right? They didn't used to have freezers. And so they'd grow their food, they'd store it in root cellars, but for the most part, they had to really kind of tweak what they ate based upon the growing season. This made sense. They couldn't ship all their food from California. And by the way, today, this is why we have a problem with all the preservatives and all the junk and chemicals that are put into the food, because we got to try to give it shelf life. But used to, you didn't have that. And so I want to say this to us: we need to get back to seasonal eating. So you grow fruit a certain time of year, you enjoy that fruit when it's ready to be harvested, and then other parts of the year you need to eat other things. In the wintertime, you're going to have more potatoes, and you're going to have more onions, and you're going to have more roasts and meat items and things like that, because going with the season, right? So just want to put that out there to you. Look, if you're a local guy, if you like good food, if you want to be healthy, you're trying to take care of your body, you ought to try to shift your eating patterns to around the seasons of the fruits, vegetables, and even the meat when it's produced, right? Grass-fed animals are going to be growing their best and most through the summer when they're grazing, and then in the fall they're going to get harvested, and then you store that meat so you can have it throughout the year. So a lot of these things made sense to the old timers, and today we've lost track and forgotten those things. So here we are on Matt Chat.